The uproar continues and well into the night. So far, President Mohammed Mursi hasn't managed to quell the anger surrounding his constitutional declaration. Protesters accused him of carrying out the Muslim Brotherhood's agenda, and some went as far as calling for the Egyptian leader to step down. Now some lawyers have joined the chorus of dissent, calling for the fall of the regime and questioning the right of the president to issue such a decree in the first place.
This declaration is void and obsolete. It has no legal or constitutional basis. There has never been such a decree in Egyptian history since the pharaohs.
The text essentially allows the president to issue laws and decrees with impunity when it comes to, quote, acts of sovereignty. But what does that mean?
They have always been immune from judicial oversight. They are acts that are seen to be within the purview of the president, like matters of deciding whether or not to sign an international treaty, deciding whether or not to enter reservations on a treaty, diplomatic affairs, national security. It has been expanded over the years to also include matters related to the division of powers within the government.
The Egyptian president has also positioned himself as the guarantor of last year's revolution by issuing a law he says would protect the revolution and its gains. But the opposition says it's just a revised version of the emergency law that enabled former President Hosni Mubarak's firm grip on power for 30 years. Liberals and seculars have pulled out of the Constituent Assembly and want the courts to dissolve it for the second time in less than 6 months. They fear the dominance of religious parties within the 100-members body. But Morsi's supporters deny accusations that the president wants to hold all powers and say he was left with no other choice.
For this constitutional declaration, he has set his mind to protect the revolution of Egypt. This president was being blamed for not being fast enough, for not being stern enough, for not being strong enough in opposing the deep pockets of the state. He acted upon it now, and he showed enough courage and enough will to actually create this cementing process. Right now, if this president was out to grab more power, he wouldn't have protected the Constitutional Assembly that by design is stripping him from over 60% of his power.
So far, the net result of the presidential decree is deeper divisions between the two sides, which have traditionally been very suspicious of each other, with no common ground in sight. Huda Abdelhamid, Al Jazeera, Cairo.
And just as we've been playing that report, it is starting to get a bit messy in Tahrir Square again. The smoke bombs, tear gas, can't confirm either way exactly what they are, but the crowds do move pretty quickly when those come down. They've been in there for a few days now, ever since President Morsi gave himself these new powers, and at this stage, you would suspect, don't look like they're going anywhere. The crowd's likely to build, I would say, in this, Wednesday today.